You know, the clouds are still with us out there, but we've got a little bit of sunshine out there. Not quite as much sun as we had hoped to see, but we did have some clouds rolling in from a complex of some storms out in west of us in Nebraska and Kansas. Those storms were actually severe yesterday, and thankfully they all dissipated before they got here, so we're not dealing with any rain, just the clouds left over from them. And we had the winds coming in out of the south for a change, though, today, which is helping to warm us up. 73, so we're doing better out there with the high temperature today. 78 our average, so we're getting closer to being average, although we were sitting a little below average for this Tuesday afternoon. And here we go, taking a look at the radar and satellite picture again. There's the clouds with us, no rain to speak of. Look at the current obs across the tri-states. You can see 70 right now here in Hannibal, 71 in Quincy, 72 as you get up towards Keokuk and Fort Madison as well. So generally the clouds are the trend for most of us, but again, there's some sun out there, mostly cloudy skies again here in Quincy with an east wind at about 6 miles per hour. We've been watching that kind of out of the south and east. Now, here's a look at those storms. This is actually a 24-hour loop of the satellite and radar picture. So when the loop resets here, as you can see, there's the clouds last evening. We cleared out a bit overnight before some more of those clouds rolled in just before the sun came up. So that really kind of hampered our chances of getting a lot of sunshine in here. But, you know, good thing, like I said, those winds turned around coming in out of the south a bit here. A little bit out of the east now here in Quincy, but they were coming in out of the south for a bit today and up to the north here in Des Moines and Omaha, getting a southeast and a southerly wind. We'll continue to watch these stronger winds pick up a bit as a warm front approaches from the west. Now that's also going to bring in the southerly winds, which will bring in the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. You can already see where the winds are coming in out of the south a bit stronger here in the west. Have the dew points in the 60s, more moist air there. All this moist air is going to be pushing into the tri-states as we get into our Wednesday and Thursday. Those dew points are going to get up there in the mid-60s by the time we get to Thursday. So that's really going to be making it feel humid with the temperature in the 80s. So it's going to be feeling, again, humid as we saw last week. And you're going to get that stickiness back in the air by the time we get to the latter part of this week. Forecast in motion, 7 o'clock tonight. Put it into play here. Here comes that warm front from the west. Little area, some showers and thunderstorms. We've been watching on the past several model runs here. We showed you this last night. As you can see them developing here across portions of Iowa tomorrow morning and early afternoon. Now we could get kind of skimmed with some of these as we get into Wednesday afternoon and evening here, especially to the north. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll see exactly where those do form in Iowa. But then as a cold front approaches, after we have all the moist air in place from the northwest, when this front approaches, we'll actually set off several little bouts of thunderstorms here. You can see that here. The model is kind of keeping those out to the west, but certainly we do have the chance of some thunderstorms in the forecast Wednesday and beyond, and we'll show you that in the 7-day forecast coming up here in just a second. 57 out there tonight, and tomorrow we should make it up to that 80-degree mark, maybe even a click or two higher than that, around 81. Forecast in detail, 57 tonight, and again 81 tomorrow. Partly cloudy with some isolated thunderstorms, especially late in the morning and in the afternoon. We'll keep an eye on that. You saw that in the forecast in motion. Those winds stick with us out of the southeast, and the next 7 days after that, the thunderstorm chances stick with us, about a 50% chance of storms Thursday and Friday, and into Saturday as well. Again, pretty much uniform in terms of temperatures. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s, and again, everyone's favorite, the humidity back in store for us.
And we have a lot of events going on this weekend.